So, what comes in both packages of the console regardless of what you purchase, whether it's the deluxe or basic? Just like any console before and any console after, is the safety information and the instruction manuals to your console, as well as its information about the Nintendo Club, so that any purchases you make, it could equal out to points in the end for future purchases, giving you some free hardware depending on how many points you collect. Now, this is the power brick for the console. I admit that it's pretty big, but because it's really big, it's really large actually. Because it's really big, it saves space on the size of the console itself. Otherwise, the console would be a lot bigger than what we know it as today. It's pretty small, to be honest. It's a little bit more than an inch bigger than the original Wii. And the original Wii is a very small video game console. It's about 6 inches big, so half a ruler technically. Or half a foot, I should say, sorry. Now the gamepad controller, believe it or not, well, you have no choice to believe as it's on video. It has a charging cable of its own as well, because it does demand a lot of power, the standard controller that comes for this console. Once again, I'll show that to you momentarily for you to see what I'm speaking about. Once you see it, you'll be more understanding of why does it have its own separate power supply as opposed to being charged up by the system itself. Now, this is Nintendo's first HD console, and with that, it also comes along with a HDMI cable standard, which is very rare in this era of video games. The 360 did this at one point, but they also packaged in standard cables. Nintendo has eliminated packaging the standard cables, and you can purchase that separately, and opted to just plug in, give you HDMI cables for the best viewing angles. They figured at this point that a lot of people have HD TVs that at least have an HDMI slot in this day and age, as it's really rare to find people that have tube TVs anymore. The HDMI cable otherwise, I mean, it's not valued that much. And if you want the other cables such as composite, S-Video, composite being the red, white, and yellow, or component cables which are green, red, blue, yellow, and white. My apologies, red and white. You could purchase those separately, but HDMI is the standard for this console. And just like the Wii before that was released in 2006 is the sensor bar. The sensor bar is a very crucial, important accessory. There's third-party wireless options available, but this one is wired, official from Nintendo. And it's necessary to place at the bottom of your television and at the top of your television, either or. It's meant to basically have the wireless controllers, any wireless controller from past or current, to connect to the console, because nothing hooks up through wires in terms of the controls for the system.